Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new Share Your Minis. This is the videos where I share the miniatures that the community or the people have shared with me in Victor's Miniatures Painting Workshop. If you want to share your miniatures for next month, don't hesitate to join the group and post the miniatures in this Facebook group. This is on, the link is on the description above. So what I do here is I go through the miniatures of the people have shared in the previous month, I comment on them, and you can see how other people is painting, what other people, and then also get ideas. So I also, sometimes I will give some feedback, and say what I like and what I don't like from the miniatures that I share. So last month, although this is in July, I already discussed this in my last video, so I will not go through this miniature again, and then we'll start moving up. Here I also put from time to time some pictures, I can give some advice, and if you have some questions as well, you can leave it in this Facebook group. So let's go now to Richard Granger. He's sharing here some miniatures from Age of Sigmar. Here we have, this is a Norgal warrior, or knight, okay. We have here also a plague bear. I like a lot this type of things on the base. I think give a lot of personality. The scars are well done. So I like quite what I see here. Here we have this classical demon prince. I don't know if this is the fine cast or the metal one, but this is quite a nice miniature. It's quite old to know. It used to be metal. The blood effect here is quite well done. Also here, look at the tail and the chain. So it's quite nice painted. Also the colors, so all good. And then we have one of these new dwarf. I never remember the name. One KOA. So with this purple, the purple and gold have a very nice combination together with this cream. So a very nice combination. I will say, yeah, I think it's quite good. If we can, I don't know if I can zoom in. Let me see if I can. No, I don't. Right, here we see, but then I go out of the screen. But you see it's quite nice. So the only thing I think is this picture. The only thing I will suggest you when you're doing armor plates, it's to, let me make it smaller. It's to edge highlight a little bit more some of the armor plates. I think, for example, here on the eye, you can do a little bit of edge highlight to make to increase the contrast. If you don't, I see that you try to do it here. This can be done maybe thinner. But I will suggest you, if you do some just edge highlighting, to pop up more the armor plates. But so far it's nice. I like how you did the eyes. So it's really a nice group of miniatures. Thanks for sharing, Richard. So let's go to the next one. Here we have some, this is shared by Esrodan Jovanovic, okay, and these are a type of, I don't know if these are Chinese or Japanese type of miniatures, so it's called also the Grumpy guy, but this looks quite very interesting. I like, I will add a little bit more maybe on the bases. They look too flat compared to the richness of the miniature, but I think this color of the base contrasts very well with the miniature and give a very nice frame to the miniature. So here we have a picture. The highlights are very soft. I like this unit. Also the skin, very well done and very well adapted. Okay, I will, next step for you maybe it's to try to do some freehand on the banners, some easy ones, unless you have the decals to put there. But yeah, I like what I see here. Also this type of purple or yellow highlight. This is quite tricky, do yellow on top of black. Normally it's more difficult. The purple looks, I think looks better in my from my opinion, but the three of them are great miniatures. Here we have some terrain. Okay, as well, this is necrons. I like a lot the color scheme of these necrons, this reddish metallic combined with this white, and also all these rust effects and damage effects, plus the glowing eyes. I think you execute a very nice color scheme here. And then this is also painting one of these armigers. These guys have a lot of work, to be fair. And I think you did here a very nice work on this armiger. Some battle damage, very nice and defined colors. This done here looks easier than it's in reality to make a very nice white on top of the blue, and a clean transition between them. I think I move ahead. Yeah. So we have one, and we have here the second one. So very nice painted. Here we have the application of the decals is very good as well. So very nice pieces. And here we have the Big Papa. This is also, this execution of the lines here, it's very well done. This can be much more difficult than would like. I don't know if you're using airbrush and you're using masking, but to do so many lines and so well executed, it's not that easy. And also then we have some rusting and some also the overheat of the cannon. So the base very rich. So really a nice miniature we see here. Then we go back to the Oriental guys. Okay. We have. Okay. Thanks for sharing, Esdan. Esdan is sharing a lot of work in this group, so I'm very happy. The next one again from Esdan. So these are War Machine miniatures. I like a lot this red that is satin. I think this satin gives very nicely the sensation of a metallic thing, a metallic entity that is painted. I think that you did a very nice work on this red, going to orangey colors and ochre. So I think it's doing very nicely. It's on here. The hammer is contrasting very well with the rest. Nice work. They look very. I like a lot the blue glowing contrasting, and also the green symbols. The only thing I will say, maybe you can put a little bit more, also a little bit of black around the symbols, so to make it like more differentiate, to pop up more the symbol against the red. But so far it's a very nice execution, very nicely done. I think this War Machine miniatures are looking awesome. And here we have some of the infantry guys with the big cannons. Well, I like a lot, for example, this orange to red transition here on the front of these cannons. Here we have, well, I guess this is one of the characters. I have no clue about War Machine. Okay. So all this, I think is House Cawdor, all this, if I'm not wrong. Again, it's fun that he has an animal with him. This is also looking. I like a lot this red scheme. This is, I think, this is one of the best skin tones you did on these miniatures, and this may be one of my favorite miniatures because I like a lot how the skin is popping up against the armor. A lot of miniatures from War Machine. We'll start going a little bit faster. And here I don't know who are these type of goblins looking like. Wow, this is a lot of War Machine miniatures. Okay. And this looks quite interesting miniature to paint, to be fair. These two crazy guys on top of this type of giant robot. And we have done out. So very nice. Just to summarize, I like a lot how you do the transitions in the red. The only thing I will suggest is maybe you need to add like a wash something to differentiate more the armor plates. Sometimes they look too there is not a nice for example here I think I would suggest you to make this darker, but so on is a very nice execution of these war machines, and they really look very interesting. So let's keep moving. This is some announcement of the channels. You also can share your channel here. I will not go through my miniatures, you can see them in my channel. So this is more to see the miniatures of the people. So this is from Bruce Lee. The miniature is not looking, let's see if I can make it bigger, but this picture, no, this picture cannot be made bigger. It's difficult to see, but yeah, I like a lot, for example here, although this picture is not the best, I think I will make it smaller. Let me go out. I think it's better to see it like that. It's difficult for me to judge, but I like the green transitions here from the green to this bone color, because it gives the sensation of ethereal. This looks like an undead thing, and then these magical things that goes with this fire. Please, next time, if you can make the picture a little bit bigger, it's going to be easier for me to make a look. But thanks a lot for sharing, Bruce, and thanks a lot for sharing here in the group, and welcome. Now we have here some data from Mario Moray or Moray. Here we have, these are some Indonet Dicking from Age of Sigmar. I like, it's interesting what you did in the base here, simulating water. I think the cream color is very nice. Sorry. And I like this purple. I think it's very interesting that you did this purple highlighted with a yellowish color. I think it's aqua or maybe the same cream, but it looks very nice. And then the armor, I will just give you an advice. I think the armor, the guy looks too monochromic. I will add some details on a different color to differentiate it. I understand that you want to go for a blue armor. I think the blue is very well executed. You have a very nice contrast. The only thing is I will add some details on a different color to make the guys to pop up. So here you see the shield, you put this type of brown. Maybe you can use this brown somewhere else, or maybe one armor plate or something. Just give, or maybe the cloth to be in a different color, because they will look. It looks, from my point of view, if this is what you wanted to look, no problem. But it looks quite monochromatic in the guy. Okay, and the cape is nice. I think you did a very soft, nice highlights. And I think it's very clean and done, the decoration of the cape. The other thing you can do is to add some of this green on the armor somewhere, because when you look at it from this side it looks very interesting. You see, you have the blues, you have this, you have the color cream, but when you look at it from the other side, from this side, it's quite the same. So maybe you can add the green of the cape here on the cloth, and then it will look more interesting. This lady, you see, this lady looks have more contrasting colors, because you did the boots in brown, you add this symbol here, and then you have this green here that is coming from the cape. So this is what I was saying. So you can play with that, and this lady does not look as monochromatic as the previous one. A very interesting work. And I think this Indonet and Dickin are really interesting miniatures. So let's go for the next. Well, here we have the Mac. I will say I see the idea here to highlight the folds. You can do it with maybe you have to thin a little bit maybe the paint and try to do really the line straight. and maybe instead of white use a color that's a little bit, or mix the white a little bit with the green to make it lighter. Here will work very well on these that are very sharp ones. This is going to be much tricky to do. I see that instead of doing like that, you have to do more smooth transition. Maybe don't do any on these ones, just focus on the ones that are really sharp. Just some details to improve. I don't want to do this, I just think they are nicely painted, all of them. Here you see a blood thirster. I think the membrane of the wings contrasts very well with the rest. I like going to this lighter. See that people sometimes goes to black or sometimes goes to lighter. I think the lighter color is popping up more against the red. Nice painted. Maybe you can, on the base, you can add something else. And the runes, it's quite contrasting the blue. I think the blue is it's an interesting choice. I would have used more orange colors or fire colors, but I see the blue, the advantage of the blue is that very nicely contrasting against the reds. Here we have the purple sun, very nicely painted. Nice paint job on the purple sun. The mirrors. Here, maybe the only advice is be careful. I know the mirrors I will go fast and I will not spend too much time later. Just be careful with the washes. They are very evident here. Here the washes have worked much better on these ones here. Here maybe you need to clean up a little bit after applying them. And here we go to the beginning, but very nice collection of miniatures, Mario. Let's go to the next one. These are quite interesting. These are dead people. So these are dead Marines painted by Erdan Jovanovic. Here we have, sorry that some of them go out of frame. Yeah, I try to do the frame, but I like a lot. They look really, you see the damage here. So I think the blood effects are well done, and they are like dead Marines. And these are, and this advantage of making the Marines with white. The red of the blood is much more visible. So really nicely done, and I think these are, I don't know if you're going to use this for bases or for objective tokens, but they look quite interesting. Also, don't see that there is the symbols of the word eaters on the shoulder pads. They look like, I don't know if they are, yeah, some of them look like 30k miniatures. Let me remove this from here. Let's go to the next one. As I say, Erdan Jovanovic is sharing a lot of miniatures. And again, we have here more miniatures from Mario. See what I will say. These are maybe my favorite miniatures that you have shared this month. They look very nicely painted. I think that you did some washes that are, and I like a lot. I will say that I like a lot this richness on the black. Adding this greenish bluish color on the black is adding a lot to it, and I think you did here a lovely job. The fire of the candles are looking well, so lovely executed Night Hounds miniatures. This one here, you see here what I will suggest is be careful on the highlights. The octopus is awesome. I love what you did on the octopus. I think you did a lovely job. The pink is very well done. I just will be careful. I think also we have to be careful when we do pictures. I realize, because it happens to me as well, that you look the miniature and you don't see these highly contrasting colors. Okay, these hard transitions. When you do the pictures, the camera sometimes is making these transitions harder. So when you look at a picture made by painters, take this into account, because sometimes the camera is exaggerating the transitions, so it's making them harsh. And these are Stormcast Eternals. I think they are celestial indicators. So this is a nice color. I like a lot this color scheme as well. And here we have some treasures and objective markers. Very nicely done, these treasures here. Also, all are nice, to be fair. But these are my favorite miniatures from you, Mario. Let's go up. This is, I just shared them. Here we have more from Richard. this Nargle. Here I see in these ones you start doing more the edge highlighting. This is what I was meaning before, so they look nice. I think the picture is too dark to appreciate well the miniature, but what I see, I like this skin here, so I think that you're doing a nice Nargle pose. Squad. Here we see from Sudan, he also painted the purple sun. Just as a comment on, I have the same problem as Erdogan. These joints on the purple sun are going to be a paint. Or you need to win stuff, or it is just how it's called, a sorcery marker, to call it as here, endless spell. So maybe you don't care too much, but this purple sun, I assembled it, and these joints are a paint. A paint. Here we see, this is the other one. I guess you went for a quite fast paint job. This is maybe one of my favorites. I think the metallics looks very great together with the green smoke. This is also very well executed, this transition here on the blue. So these are. So I think for being quite a simple miniatures, you really pop up the details and make adjustments. This is also very well done. Maybe I will go less black on the extreme, but yeah, these are also always a taste option. Here we have again the mirrors. And here also, well, very nice transition from blue to white. The other spell of the source, the chains, also adding this rust to make them much more interesting. And the one for life, I don't remember the name of the spell. The prismatics and palette. It's all very nice transition from the light blue to the deeper blue as well. And also nice to appreciate that you did the highlight on the edges. Then this is the wave. Okay, so nice collection of spells, and this is the last one that is shared on my, sorry for that. I will say here the picture is not showing the best of the miniature, but yeah, this is shared by David Lanier, and yeah, I will say that you can do next time, you can try to exaggerate a little bit more the highlights, but so far a nice. I like this really stone looking like skin. Okay, so the only thing is maybe you can add some highlights on the edges of this stone to differentiate more from the guy, but I think you did a very nice job also making the belly on a different color than the rest of the skin. And that's all for this month. So I only want to thank you, all the people that have shared the miniatures. Please keep sharing. I enjoy commenting them. I enjoy sharing them in my channel. I'm very glad that you have shared your miniatures here. And that's all. Please leave the comments below. Let me know what do you think about these paint jobs. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.